Today I'm going to tell you why I completely revised and updated all of my self-published cookbooks on Amazon KDP. Let's do this. Hey guys, my name is Erin Courtney, and in 2016 I self-published my first two cookbooks, What's for Dinner and Party Time. 2 years later, in 2018, I published my third cookbook, All I Want Is Cheesecake. So 3 years go by, I was working on another cookbook and came up with Freezer Pleasers. Well, in the meantime, Amazon went from CreateSpace to KDP. I kind of freaked out because I didn't know what was going to happen. I was like, oh my gosh, I knew how to do the other ones. I don't know how to do this one. You know, that's the problem with getting old. When I went in, I started working on this cookbook. I got it all together and I was all nervous about putting it in there. Lo and behold, once I published the first cookbook, I was like, oh my gosh, I'm going to completely revise the old cookbooks. So here is the original Party Time cookbook. This one right here, this is the new one. So the original one, I love the cover, love, love, love it. But there was a big difference in price between this one and this one on the royalty side. With this book, the original price was $10.95, and the royalties that I got was maybe 25, 26 cents. Well, when I redid it and republished it with the new cover and everything, this actually has 8 more pages and a handful more of recipes. This is listed at $9.95 and my royalties are $2. What gives? The standard interior print. So when it comes to cookbooks, you want to see pictures of what the recipes look like, right? I agree, which is why they had the pictures. But in the original on the Amazon CreateSpace, they only had premium color and black and white. So if you wanted pictures, you had to use premium color. This made a huge difference in pricing whenever it comes to publishing your cookbook. So the first cookbook, Party Time, got a minor makeover. It just changed the cover a little bit. I wanted all the covers to look consistent, but the price from $10.95 and 26 cents in royalties compared to $9.95 and $2 in royalties, that was worth making the change. And I just had to do very little minor adjustments to redo that. So moving on, What's for Dinner? This was the second one. So this is the original. This is the upgraded version. Now, one thing you can tell is the difference here is the thickness. This book was 78 pages. This book was 140 pages. I went from 85 recipes to 115 recipes. That's a big difference. That's worth making the change. And then, of course, the royalties. There was a difference here in royalties as well. This one was originally $12.95 and the royalties were 75 cents, whereas this new one is $14.95 and it's almost $3 in royalties. So this was absolutely worth redoing. Moving on to my third cookbook, this was the biggest. This is my pride and joy. Cheesecakes are my specialty, so this is the original. First of all, I wasn't really all that comfortable being on the cover of this because it reminds me of my 10th grade high school picture, and except I had bangs and braces. It was a little different, but that smile's not me. I mean, I'm definitely more cheesy than this. Anyway, so we go from this to this. This book has 60 pages and 25 recipes. This book has 170 pages and over 75 recipes. This one got a total makeover. This one has an entire chapter dedicated to happy hour cheesecakes. We're talking cheesecakes made with liquor, mudslide being my favorite. So this is the makeover that I got for this one. The royalties, it's going to be about the same thing. I got about 50 cents per copy on this one if I was lucky. And on this one, I get about $2.50. So that made a big difference. And also, it's got a lot more pages. 170 versus 60. That made a difference. And if you're wondering how this all started, it was from this book. This is the newest book. I've been working on it for about 3 years, and that's why I was so hesitant to start going through all this with self-publishing whenever Amazon went from CreateSpace to KDP. I'm so glad because they gave that standard color option. This made a huge difference in the price. So this is the newest cookbook, Freezer Pleasers. It has over 150 recipes for make-ahead meals, and they're amazing. I mean, it's got muffins and all kinds of stuff. There's an entire chapter of homemade, no-churn ice cream. And that's probably my favorite chapter because I love ice cream. Now, as you can see, all of these cookbooks have a consistent cover. I wanted to go with consistency here since, you know, I am the one who wrote them. My husband helped me find someone on Fiverr.com. It's very reasonably priced, and we found someone that has experience with designing cookbook covers. So once this one was designed, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna have this one and this one and this one redesigned so that they all look consistent. Consistent is the word of the day. Say it with me, consistent, consistent. So that wraps it up for this video. And remember guys, if I can write a cookbook, so can you.